Now watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her made the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when the rhyme and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown sharp, report and heal. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child, rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came.
Yo, dumb Hindus.
It's the peace laugh or war cry, wherever the relevant name of each path, simple highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast raft, rain fire upon them as the internet forms, sigils, emojis as the avatars that was them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums, establish Big Ma's house so she may restore him. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark.
I was calling OnStar and I hung up on them because they, and I don't have time for their stupidity and all this stuff. I don't have time for. Yeah, I'm gonna get started here because I got to run in town. You know what I mean? I got to run in town real quick, grab a couple things. I need to pick up some more screws, and I gotta cut about an inch off, about an inch, and then I gotta start setting up the back and building it solid, but I gotta lay it up and paint it. So I want to finish the door, well, get the door where I need it at, because I gotta sand it some more. I really need a sander, you know. I should have kept, I had about 8 of them. I should have kept them, but oh well, that's yesterday. And I want to start tying it in, you know what I mean? Like the moment that case comes with that spray, when I hit the bottom, it don't touch the ground, it can stay out, and it starts getting built up. If I can't get it in the back, and I gotta wait for the jacket up or get 4 people lift it, and so be it. I need to start enclosing it, you know what I mean? I need to start enclosing it, brother. Wow, they had 14. I'm gonna talk about God, and that's why they ran. God, word. They're gonna learn one way or the other. They can bomb, blow up, whatever they stupid asses want to do. It's been done before. Pompeii, all that's made up. Though that ain't the truth. Those people were murdered. They're if the earth could give up all its bodies, man. Well, this one. These idiots have no idea. These things. Sevens, you know what to do. You got a wrench. Don't respond in emotions or feelings. There you go. That's all. Yeah, don't respond in feelings and emotions, brother. We don't pay that. We don't pay the goofies that no attention. Allow them to remain sick. I need them sick. Let them stay sick. Choices. This is not a game. sound of music. Wow. Wow. They always up in my stuff, all up in my business. Just can't make it up, man. They can't help themselves. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, DRX? Castro? Whatever you want to be called. How's it going? Damn it, that had the screws in here. All right, Sam. Amar. All right. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on? Rahman Atul. What's going on? 12:30 and haven't changed my name. No, but it's cool. I like it, man. DRX. Come on, man. I'm on breakdancer. Twin City from 1978. Twin City breakdancer. I'm dead ass. 78. Twin City breakdancer out of the Bronx. In Jersey, too. I grew up in Jersey, but back and forth. I live, you know, got family in Brooklyn, the Bronx, I'm gonna share something. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Let's get this going. My great grandpa was Chickasaw. He was in Harlem, and he stopped at. He's a big dude, 6'5", 7. I don't know, just silver, just big. By way of Oklahoma. I think he might have been the firstborn in Jersey or New York. I mean, anyway, he I don't know, he whipped about 12 guys behind. I mean, bad in this bar. There's a little hole in the wall. Let's see, Pops. Let's see, my great 3 times. It was one of those two. But we had cities. People don't want to believe it, you know, but we had cities. And he whooped them up. Now these like would later be like HBCUs, reverends, preachers, whatever. And after he whooped them up, about 11 or 12 guys beat them bad. He was walking around the side and a guy ran up behind him and shot him in the head 2 times. He turned around and beat the guy bad, but he succumbed to the gunshot wounds to the back of his head. So that DRX is cool, bro. That's when they started dealing with the Germans, you know, my mom's side. Not my father. He didn't like them. He didn't hate them, but he didn't like what was happening. They knew what was happening. They saw the encroachment. Like a lot of people failed to realize that we were the farmers. How can be slaves and we had to teach people that came here how to farm, and then they would take over and steal the land. Like a lot of our ancestors were swindled by this phenom called interest, by these fake, and they would come and literally armed with an army and take the land, sometimes kill relatives. And people didn't know what was going on in the larger scheme. When they figured it out, all right, they stopped. So up until 1940, even 50, we had over 42 million acres of farmland. That's more than any, and we taught everybody else because we were feeding the world. Here, You know, when you bring facts out, people have a hard time consummating the relationship with those truths. You know what I mean? Subscribe. Appreciate that, Sam. Appreciate you, beloved. Whoever donated, appreciate it too. All right. I'm going to buy some screws and some bolts and stuff right now. I'm going to get a couple for the locking the tub down. I took pictures, so I'm gonna upload them. And this will be the first set. The next set will be probably the door fabricated. Start building up the walls, getting the sealant around the edges, and then absolutely, you know, obviously Thursday or Friday I'll do the fiberglassing. I'll probably do that live, so sort of protective gear, and do the case that I ordered, and then after the fiberglass, I'm gonna spray it with that. All the under no water's getting in there. Now I also ordered, but I didn't pay for it, so they ordered it because they know I'm gonna come and get it. For the roof and siding, is a waterproof rubber paint. Like, it's not acrylic, it's not enamel, it's not oil. I don't know. It's a rubber. It's a like they use for boats and stuff, decks and stuff. Well, a lot of people use it on their roofs, but I'm using it on the roof and the sides. And I'm gonna do quarter paneling. I just realized looking online, there's a number of different types of foam that don't off gas, and foam sprays now that don't off gas, they say. And for insulation, that's pretty durable. And one of the guys actually applied resin and made a coat over top of his and made it real strong. So I don't know. I actually want to wall my inside with the slotted, you know, wood, give it that nostalgic, like that Midwestern. So we'll see when we get there, because that's, you know what I mean? And everybody that donates, I'm literally going to use it for me and T's small home up there on the hill. When we do the solar panel and all that, by that time, I'll be able to just take a chunk of money because I don't have to buy all $700, $600, $800 of wood and supply. I'll just go ahead and start purchasing the things we need as far as invert converters and all that, and the large batteries to run the series. It may take time. It might even fall in the fall, but by then I hope OMAC and a few others we get some more extra work and that kind of stuff. Like I said, I want to do this without reaching out to people I can reach out to who've offered, and I just told them, no, you know, I don't have to pay them back, you know. I've had a few people reach out and offer me quite a sum, and I'm like, they just want to see it get done. I was like, no, I'm not giving you the routing, and no, they're legitimate, but it's close people, you know. And I want to do this. I want the struggle to be real doing it, and it's not a bad struggle. It's you know, it's patience. It's to endure when you feel like you should do it all. Like right now, I could build the whole frame out. Like, I don't care if the wood's curved or whatever, I can build it out. I don't want to do that, you know? It's like drawing something and everybody, I used to do these little portraits on a stamp size portrait with a 0.1 pen and 2. In 5 minutes, I used to, you know, race to do these portraits of pictures, and I used to throw them away, and people used to go crazy. Why? I was like, you know, I didn't like it, you know. You'll let me, and sometimes they snatch it, and, oh man, I want to keep that. I'm like, all right, I'd rather tear it up, roll it up in the little spitball wads that, you know. When I was in art class, I just needed some extra, you know, points in college. So I said, well, what the heck? I'll take history. I'll take history and art. Or was it history, or I forget what it was called? It was in lieu with like history, but it was for the benefit of sociology. But anyway, the art class was the one that I always stuck with, because, you know, they have some pretty good art professors, and I would always learn something. But they were amazed at my clay and, you know, pottery and how to work the wheel. They were like, they didn't know that, you know, I'm an artist. I like that stuff. I used to always draw samurais and the gilded warriors and armor and all that kind of stuff. So dragons, I always drew dragons. Wolves, horses, hippos, elephants, like, you know, number 2, eraser, finger, you know, shading in colors and all that. Practicing drawing hands, the designs, eyes, features, foreheads, everything, lighting, like. But when I draw, You know, you always think you could draw better, you know, like I could do better than that. And then other people like, hey, what the? Because they haven't learned if they can do it. So it's like amazing to them, but you know, when you do it all the time, it's like, no. You know, like back in the days with Image and Marvel and DC, drawing all the superheroes with the over-exaggerated muscles and, you know what I'm saying? And in certain positions, getting the feet just right, you know, and drawing Bruce Lee and Jim Kelly and, you know, Jim Brown 3 the hard way, like coloring it in with designer markers, like, you know, graffiti, wild style, you know, all that kind of stuff, intricate lining detail, all that. So, you know, that stuff stays with you. You can get a little shaky hand, but it stays with you, you know? And it's good to have a break from it. Like, I haven't really drawn anything in a minute. Yeah. Maybe a year. I don't know. When I was in Page, I slept in the bed and doodle and sketch stuff. But I wouldn't really, you know. It was fun, though. You know what I mean? Appreciate the subscription. No, I'm not 78, bro. I'm not 78. Not yet, man. Not yet. No. I still got my, you know what I mean? And I'm not even really lifting. Doing curls and all that. I still got my 20s. So no. I don't do years. I don't do birthdays. I don't do time. Not as a benefit. I'm the benefactor, but I don't recognize it. Not at all. Not at all. If they didn't make the AI such a chicken shit, even they could communicate with me. I would have no problem. Maybe I can get them to remember something. But anyway, let me get this little gas. I'm gonna run out of town. I wanted to speak on God, right? You know, it's funny. Every time I see posts, this, that, and the other, FAAFO, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, Jesus is the way, the truth, da. It's funny how they give you your religion. They give you religion. And they have you look all over the place for God. All outside yourself. Right? And the ones that give you God do everything ungodly by the definition and by the stories. Now you ask any preacher, what came first, religion or man? What do you think they'll answer? See, religion is a false manifestation, a narrative that paints a very grotesque, ugly picture because it's always endowed with war, death, mayhem, and chaos. But if you stop looking outside for God, if you stop following the assimilation of religion, and you start taking certain things, principles that are beneficial, laws and rules, and you apply them to yourself and you see how you truly live. And it doesn't mean you have to force feed yourself it. You don't have to follow this diabolical line to get to a place of embetterment when you were given it right from birth. Hidden from you. And while you're looking out there, you're supposed to look, because God is always right there in front of your nose, if not behind it. Religion was created to subjugate. No other reason. They've told you in a plethora of movies. We don't have to pervert it because it's a perversion itself. It is another state's property. How could you take religion and apply it to tax write-offs, 3015Cs? The game is so diabolical. For it is even used with Margaret Sanger and the Rockefellers and Rothschilds, Carnegies, Lees, Collins, Collins, the Pepe, the Gray, the Black Popes, and while they watch you and have disdain for you, occultism, God is right here. It can defeat anything. Anything. Yeah? And the godless you would consider soulless by the definition of what you think God is. We still have people call themselves Yasharala and Yahweh, and our people are so creative, they done created so many different narratives based off of what they studied, looked at, and they've put together. Am I throwing paws into the wind and denying it? No. What I am doing is getting y'all to look and articulate things outside and inside yourselves. Like I told you, Satan is the lower area, like sin, which is the place where you have to be tested, sadly. Okay? Or isn't Hashatan a test? I mean, 40 days and nights in the wilderness, take the stone and make it into bread to be tempted. The temptation alone is you walking in a straight path with the unreliability of some of your ancestors recently to put you in the proper direction, because even they're looking outside themselves for something to save them. When they were endowed with everything, if they weren't, why would I have to poison you? Why would I have to use glyphosates and all these other chemicals? Why would I have to shoot you up with aluminium and all these other chemicals? Saying this is to stave off something while I'm feeding, if you study parasites, what feeds them? If you cannot overcome a parasite, and it is a physical thing, then you're not walking in your true decor, your decorum, your truth. I'm tired of this game. I think that everybody, it doesn't matter, has the ability to walk in their truth. Some are being made and shown. They're not fluoride in their brain. The young ones who are walking around seeing everything. And they're not part of your society. Teenagers, some are even walking in the military and certain fields. They have it all on the ground. And they get to see you, they can smell you and everything better than you can. And you're lethargic. And sometimes some of you have dealings with them, and you don't see the disdain they have for you because you can't recognize. You're still looking outside yourself with no recognition of anything going on, because you don't even see who you are inside or pertinent to who you are. Forget outside, inside. All right? You should be the benefactor. And you can't take this knowledge and corrupt it. You cannot. It's impossible. Now, can the standing subject be corrupted? You can collaborate in ignorance. But the truth is always there. It's just not being directed to be nurtured and nurtured for direction. And when you start to, you'll start to see some things I just cannot say. You'll start to see. Whatever it is meant for you to see. Stop looking outside. Sometimes you gotta hunker down in the bathtub, in the strongest part of the house, or in the basement, in the strongest corner. That if everything caves in, you're still standing. But you gotta allow yourself to smell what is hidden, to taste what you think is tasteless, to see what need not be seen. and smell, but you should easily be able to detect. Then you'll realize a lot of things. So many things. So many. Okay? Look, I appreciate y'all. I just want to come on and say that. When I get back, I'm going to go live. I'm going to work on the door and stuff like that. Show you what's the next step. I'm going to lift it up, clean everything out. I need to sweep it. And start rolling. All right? Like I said, you're not here. I can't say who's here for what. But I'm not here to stop nothing. That's not what it's about. I just can't wait. Some of you see things sometimes. Sometimes you look at a wall or you're walking and something passed by you and you go and you get a little goosebumps, right? And you, oh, it ain't nothing there. No, there is something there. You're just having a quantum realization, quantum, like physics, right? But it's not steadfast because you haven't been nurtured to be able to not just conceptualize, but perceive it as it is. Lately, I've been seeing more and more and more. And I don't want to. Don't need to. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Now people are starting to really believe you don't have to eat meat. Hell, you don't have to eat that much at all, really. Once your body comes in line, but you got to remember, they've poisoned the soil with all these herbicides, pesticides, and sprays. So what does that mean? The soils, the phosphorus, and all the contents of CANALU, the branched chain amino acids, and mineralization. Minerals is what feed plants. Plants is what, with the minerals, what feed animals and you. But the mineral levels are so low, they're eating fruit and all the stuff that's shooting up into the, and make these new seeds, the GMOs. So the animals are less than minerals, just as you are. It depends on where they're at, if they're free roaming, grazing, and all that. So you're taking this stuff in, thinking that you're healthy, but you're actually missing a whole lot. Now, all these so-called professionals on YouTube, eat meat, eat the steak, biting into raw meat and all that. No. Not at all. If you allow yourself just a moment to see, you'll know. You'll know. So there's no one that can come and take good information and make it bad. Now they can do something that's an offshoot, something in a little darker, the murk of the thing, the depths of the murk and mire of things. Yeah, you can manipulate and manifest something that gives that same, but on a totally different concept. Oh, perceived by the dire need or what's allowed to grace them, even this most negative, position, thought, complexity, whatever it is. It can be very negative. But the side where those who seek the truth and betterment for self-empowerment, that's a whole nother dynamic. And that's where you should be reaching for. I'm being careful and choosing my words, okay? Something that I just can't say on these platforms. Someone say, but no. No. Not at all. You'll see it too. Don't change up and start acting different either. Trust me. Don't do that. Everybody that knows me, he's always been weird. He says some crazy stuff, blah, 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 blah. It's nothing new. In the military, boy, shut up with that shit. Oh, the Masons, the brothers. I knew a lot of guys with Masons. They're like, I like what you're talking about. Can't accept everything for face value, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. That's how I used to be like, okay. I'm not force feeding you. It's not meant for everyone. But if you want to stave off something, if you want to make everybody complicit to function in a whole different dynamic, you want to hide something, then you go to that which needs to be hidden and you put it at the lowest place. And everybody else accepts that on this false narrative. Violent, blah, 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 mess around, blah, 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 all the negative things. And you see where that exists with. It's mostly melanated people. Whether the American Negro, which is different from everybody, our Spanish brothers, it don't matter what they done in the past. A lot of our light-skinned brothers and sisters, a lot of our Asian persuasions, we're Afro-Asiatic. The African is not Afro-Asiatic. Are y'all aware of that? Okay. So, in lieu of that, make it make sense. When you put the needle at the bottom of the haystack, and then you be so focused on the haystack, you never find the needle, when the needle's right there in the dead middle of the haystack? I'm not here to convince or make somebody believe anything. I've watched thousands of videos of our people saving children, climbing buildings where people can't, jumping off of second floors, running into buildings, giving up their life to bring the families out of fires. I've seen it personally in New York. I've seen, and as a guardian angel, even helping, smoke inhalation and all. I've seen the best of people. It always intrigues me. Balance. Just balance. Yes. One. Un, dos, tres, cuatro, seis. You see? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. You know, just one. One thing. One choice. There's only two. There's no sitting on the fence. There's no straddling the horse. There's no walking the tight wire. Just one. And we are at that crossroad. The talisman of talisman. I just wanted to share that. The choice is up to y'all. Whatever it is whatever it's going to be. And whatever it's going to be is what it shall be. Let me get on the road. I'm going to see you guys here in a little bit, all right? I'm sleepy for 7 a.m. here and I'm asleep. 347? Okay, so you're Midwest or on the West Coast. Well, anyway, appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to old fogey like me. You know they gotta hide it. I don't know why. It ain't like I'm divulging secrets. This stuff is ready and available to you everywhere. All right? Maybe it's the way I come across. I don't know. I don't care about all that. What matters to me is balance. That's it. Whether I say so or not, balance is going to happen. You'll see. It doesn't matter how it comes about, what may happen beforehand, but it's going to happen. And they have no control over it. None whatsoever. None. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be able to drive it. All right. Oh yeah, when I put that big smuckle on, that smeckle on, oh man, yeah, it's gonna fit perfectly. Anyway, we'll see you guys here in a little bit. You know, appreciate you. You already know, brother. See you guys in a little bit.